I've been drawing for years, like past the crayon phase, through the sketchbook, drawing digital. I've drawn for a really long time, and I've gone into adult mode. How do I still draw? Why am I still interested in doing artwork? I think I finally cracked on why drawing always works for me and has never lost its shine. I've got 3 things to build into your life to make drawing addictive. And trust me, if you lock in the last one, you will never quit drawing ever. Back in art school, they taught us anatomy, perspective, color theory, all of those basics. But a lot of classes actually never taught you how to train your eye. Training your eye is sometimes the most important part of making art. You're kind of memorizing other people's styles that then imprints that onto yourself. You kind of fill your brain with the good stuff. Ignore the stuff that isn't going to become your visual identity. Pass your time looking at art that you want to create. No TikTok, no random art books. Just look at the stuff that you're like, oh, I want to make art like that. If you start to visually recognize that stuff, then you can start implementing that onto your own style. Where would you find that art? Well, obviously, if you are interested in drawing all the time and you find things that you like, you kind of already have a place. But let's kind of try to remove as much social media from that as possible. So I'm not suggesting Instagram. I'm more suggesting things like Pinterest, which I know is social media, but it does have a great search engine and it does help you be able to like things and save things so it can remember what your visual eye would like to learn. Also, the Met has an open collection of more traditional art. So if you are interested in doing something that's a lot more traditional, watercolor or oil or something of that nature, the Met has a great collection for that is just images, no other distractions. The last one is Kara, which is a really new social media for art, and it has a lot more what I would consider more modern art available, more like anime style, and you know that there's no AI on that, so you're guaranteed to just have that be your visual narrative. But we're not just talking about what looks good, you want to draw art. So let's talk about dopamine and how you need a reward system. I don't mean that if you tell your followers you're gonna post twice a week and if you don't deliver, you're gonna feel bad inside. That's not a reward. That is just you trying to keep up with the statements that you've made. No, I mean like actual rewards. Like, try this. Like every drawing you get $1 for something you get to spend for fun. 5 drawings, you now get to unlock posting about commissions to all of your different Discord groups that surround art. Maybe finish a big epic piece and then boom, you get to read your favorite book. Try to find what makes you happy inside and let the artwork become the reward for that thing. And I know that's really hard to do, especially when you've always just been able to get that thing, and it takes a lot of curbing to be able to have the thing that you've always gotten as a prize. But if you do have a reward system built into how you draw, then you will be able to always constantly try to draw so you can get the thing that you want. And that's really hard to be accountable. The last trick actually helps you with that, to stay on track, and that's you need a friend. And I know that sounds really silly, but it really helps to have one person kind of hyper obsessed to the level that you are on learning artwork. Somebody that you can message night or day, most of the time in the dead of night, to ask them what you think about this piece. Did I color this super wonky? Or are my line work kind of good or bad or something in between? And you can then communicate with that person what your goals are with art, and they communicate back, and you get this symbiotic relationship of being able to weed out things with before you send it to an Instagram account and before it goes to any other core group. Finding that friend who is honest and is going to give you the best feedback before anybody else sees it is imperative to want to constantly draw. If that person's your best friend and they're also obsessed with artwork, then you're guaranteed to like drawing more and more because they are also motivating you to draw more because they are as well. These friends, they're rare. I feel like they can be hard to come by when they're honestly giving you feedback. So I would say if you're really in the need for an art buddy, drop your Discord name in the comments. See who else also needs an art buddy. Reach out on Discord or other groups to see if you can find a friendship that will help you increase your art journey. Now, doing these things individually might help, but doing them all three at the same time really makes it so your world is art and then you want to draw all of the time. This is how I've made art addictive in my whole life. If you build on these three things, you will have a routine that makes art just something you always want to do. You'll be hooked in the best way, of course. And actually, let's just go ahead and have you keep drawing. If you have a reward system that you think is interesting, put it in the comments below. We'll check it out. Bye.